We're live.
Is it going?
It's going.
Yeah.
You didn't make the sound effect.
Oh, yeah.
That's not the right sound effect.
Which one's the right one?
Pew pew.
The pew pew is only when we're like that,
Okay.
to reel the box. We've got a special guest today.
Hey, what's up, Internet? Hi, Internet. I'm at DC right now. I'm about to unbox their comics. That's cool. Is it okay for me to do what I'm doing right now?
Yeah,
I
you're
just
using
reached for
our
the
Earth
scissors.
2 scissors.
Okay, great. These are Earth 2 scissors?
Yeah.
Why are they Earth 2 scissors?
Why are they Earth 2 scissors? Was it
Because
orange?
Jason Inman said they were Earth 2 scissors.
Well, he's the authority, so...
Yeah. Hector, why don't you introduce yourself? Because I don't know if everyone watches
Sure.
DC All Access.
Yeah, hi guys, I'm Hector. I'm a geek and I'm on the internet a lot. I have a YouTube channel called Superhero News, which is a lot of fun, and we talk about movies and TV when we can, and comics, and I am very thrilled to be here at DC. Every time I come here, it's really cool, and I've been here a few times, and it's a dream come true. And I got to wish Superman a happy birthday on the last episode of DC All Access that went up yesterday on Leap Year Day for his birthday, which was great because he's a good friend of mine, Superman. So it was really nice.
Now, this is the first time Hector's done an unboxing
Yes.
for us, and we kind of sprung it on him.
Oh, a piece of paper! Cool! Whoa, more paper! What's in this?
Nothing will be in
Okay.
there. That's just
All right.
All right.
Here we go.
And it's a little bit of a light week, so feel free to open up some of the books and show
First
them.
up, let me put these.
Just don't spoil them. Only Clark is allowed to spoil
Okay, I
them.
will not spoil them, but that's DC Comics Bombshells issue 10.
Hmm?
Oh my gosh, that looks like Lex Luthor, I think. I don't
What can
wanna
that
spoil
cover
it.
mean? Lex
I
Luthor
know.
with them as little puppets.
Well,
like,
their
you know.
lives are in his hands. I like when there's writing on covers. It's a very classic, like that classic cover of The Flash going like, "Stop! You have to read this comic or somebody dies," or that great thing. Anyway, okay, next up is Batman Beyond, issue 10. Look at that.
What's going on in Batman Beyond right now?
Yeah, what's going on, Clark? Batman Beyond.
So the Splicers that was a cliffhanger last issue.
Very shway. Very
so open
shway.
up and show
See?
the first 2-3 pages.
Look
and
at that.
See,
See?
Let's see some of the
Whoa, a
Bernard Chang
splicer.
art. Oh, okay.
Splicer. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Bernard is incredible. I met him last year.
So good.
We will be just so people know, we will be having a DC Art Academy video with Bernard going up on the site later this week.
look at all those splicers.
Shot at Comic-Con last year. Yeah, Bernard is
Does
on.
that mean that the Justice League is back in or forward in Batman Beyond? Yes.
Jenna's nodding yes, so yeah. We actually got a whole room in here this time. It's crazy.
This
It's
is
usually
cool.
just Clark, Ariana, and myself, and we got all sorts of people in here.
Special
They
now.
won't let
Oh,
me touch
yeah.
the
boom.
comics anymore.
Boom. That is
Very
now,
clever.
now,
Gorgeous.
Clark, do you want to talk about this month's variants?
Sure. Well, there's a ton, so I don't
Yeah.
even know where to start.
Well, how about this awesome? Is this this isn't Cliff Chang, is it? Or Dustin Nguyen?
That's Dustin.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Dustin.
How about this awesome Dustin Nguyen
Known
Batman
from
Beyond?
Lil
variant
Gotham.
cover?
So you're going to find a lot of
Gorgeous.
variant covers. The ones that, like the Batman Beyond one is a movie inspired.
Batman
Inspired
v
by
Superman.
BBS.
Yeah, BBS.
So those are in your comic book shops. If you love Dustin Nguyen, if you love that artwork, seek it out, look for it. Ask your
I love
comic
the
retailer. to
detail
get
of
it
the
for
little
you.
Is it-
Joker card on
Is
his
this
gun.
Clark? Is this one going to be polybagged in comic shops?
That
or
is not a polybagged cover.
Okay. All right. So.
Yeah. The polybags start next week. Action and Detective are the first 2 polybags, and they will arrive in the boxes next week.
Okay.
I just
so we'll
noticed
talk
that
about them next week.
Batman Beyond, there's the Justice League Unlimited from the future is Superman, Green Lantern, Big Barda, Aqua Girl, and oh my gosh, Jon Stewart's son from the cartoon show. I forget his name, but that's I think it's Darkhawk.
Isn't that incredible?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Ooh, here we go.
Mega Men, yeah.
Mega Men.
Mega Men's always one of our best comics week after week.
Yep.
It just, I mean, you can't say enough good things about Tom King's work. And this one, I believe, is Kyle Rayner. It's kind of focused on him and trying to figure out a way to basically broker some sort of compromise between between the Omega Men and the what's the name of the I can't think of the name of the big
Viceroy of the
thing that they're
Citadel.
trying to bring down. Citadel, yeah.
Wow.
So trying to basically broker a deal between the two of them. I believe that's what
Gorgeous
goes
art.
down in this issue.
Gorgeous art.
But great
Yeah,
book
that's
there.
Barbie. He's incredible.
Next up, Batgirl. Brendan's book.
Ooh.
Oh
Brendan
yeah.
Fletcher in the house.
I haven't seen Brendan comment.
Yeah,
He might
maybe
be
he's not
missed.
on
He
today.
might
Oh.
not be here. Brendan, speak
this
up if
cover.
you're there because we're opening your comic. This issue is pretty cool. This is like the Inception issue of Batgirl. It's the only way I can think of describing it. Her friend goes into her head
Oh, yeah.
to try to basically figure out what's been going on because it seems like her mind's been rewritten. So
All right, I can live tweet Brendan Fletcher from my phone. He says, "Hi, I'm there."
Great.
Aw.
Great.
well, he's,
But the broadcast is too full and too busy futzing with secrets. So there's secrets from Brendan Fletcher that we can't talk about.
Ooh,
secrets.
Okay.
Oh wow.
I
Well,
love that cover, though.
The cover's gorgeous.
It's so great. It's so great.
Brendan, what is that inspired by? Can you get Babs on the line? Because I've seen that, like the head peeling away
Yeah.
with the brain inside.
That's
I've seen
really
that
cool.
inspired by like something.
Yeah, and the brain
I
looks
know
like
that's,
flowers,
from
and
somewhere.
there's
yeah.
geometric shapes, and her eyes are crossed. Like there's a lot happening,
Yeah,
and it's
it's
very
incredible.
intriguing.
Yeah.
That's like pop culture artwork
Yeah.
for posters.
Yeah.
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 All right.
Gorgeous. Next up, like Zoinks, man. It's Scooby-Doo team up.
Well, you do a pretty good.
Yeah.
You do a pretty good Shaggy too. Like Jason
Yeah.
always does the Shaggy reading every time he opens one of these.
I love Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo team up. He's teaming up with the Flash,
Flash.
featuring the Flash. If there's anybody that could eat more than Scooby and Shag, it's probably the Flash because
Yeah.
of his super high metabolism.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Love Scooby.
And then this is
have-
DC Comics Essentials.
Whoa.
Every now and then we'll release an issue 1 of a comic
For a
that's-
buck?
For a buck.
Oh, that's a good deal.
Classic book, and obviously Dark Knight Returns. If you haven't read it,
Yeah.
there's
if
really
you haven't
no
seen the
excuse.
animated movie,
Yeah.
if you haven't seen the trailers for Batman v
You
Superman,
can pick it up for $1.
yeah, it's
Pick
a
it up
dollar.
for
Buck.
$1.
Issue
for the
1,
first
it's a
issue,
dollar.
the first chapter.
That's still-
I
it's-
love the Varley artwork on the cover. That's
great.
Amazing.
It's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad that's back.
Classic image.
Oof. There's some good what's the big moment in this? I don't want to. Well, I mean, if you
Well,
haven't
at
read it.
this
Oh, and
point,
there's like a
there's no
chronology.
spoilers.
Look at that.
At this point, there's almost no
Yes.
spoilers.
But look at it. I love when you guys do this stuff. It's so helpful.
Yeah.
This like here's all. If you like Batman, read these comics. That's great. Oh, I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, I mean, for new readers,
New
it's a
stuff,
really
old
good use.
stuff.
It's a really good resource,
This is
and that's kind
this
of
is
what these are
great.
for.
Yeah, I'm gonna be picking this up because I am in the process of always crossing off these. What's in the back? Oh, that's what I love. I love these things. DC Comics Essential Graphic. Yeah, this is like the Batman side of it.
25 essential
Watchmen.
books.
You guys got to get on this if you haven't. There's a couple in here I haven't done yet.
Yeah, I gotta admit, there's probably a couple in there I haven't read
Come
either.
on, Why the Last Man. I'm in Preacher right now, but Why the Last Man is my favorite. It's my favorite. That's
Yeah.
great. Very cool.
All right, what else we got in there? Andrew?
Okay, all right, here we go. Injustice, Gods Among Us, Year 5,
Yeah.
Issue 5.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know who at this point. I don't know how anyone survived 5 years of that craziness. Like Superman's just tearing things up.
I know.
People are getting in fights left and right.
At the
still,
crossroads.
still as always, written by Brian Buccellato. I guess not as always. He wasn't our initial writer, but he's been writing it for quite a while.
Very cool. I like
Injustice
this cover.
still chugging along.
Catwoman-centric cover.
Yeah.
here.
And we
have
got
Batman and Robin Eternal.
the weekly series.
Absolutely. Yeah, James Tinian killing it. Snyder.
Now,
Great.
Genevieve wrote this issue. I
Oh,
believe.
great.
Did she issue this week and next week?
22.
I think so. Issue 22. This is Genevieve Valentine. For those of you who miss her on Catwoman, she's still helping out with Batman and Robin Eternal. And this is, pretty much every issue now until the end of the series is an important turning stone issue because we're in the climax right now. We're in the big stuff right now, and you got the Robin. Let's see, like a couple weeks ago, Damian first appeared.
Yep.
He's joined up with the rest of the Robins, and they're trying to bring down Mother, who has kidnapped both Cassandra and Harper Row. So big stuff going down.
Yeah.
You got that awesome cover.
This is great.
Yeah.
Everybody has a favorite Robin, right? Like everybody has a
Yeah.
favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it is highly contentious.
Is
I
it?
have gotten into some of the biggest comic book arguments I've ever
Ooh,
gotten
over the-
into
over
the
Robin?
best Robin. Yeah.
I don't know if there's a best, but everybody has a favorite. I think my favorite Robin is Tim Drake. My favorite character of them is Dick Grayson, but my favorite Robin is Tim Drake. Green Lantern 50.
Common. Yeah.
This is great. This is a huge issue. This is the culmination of a story. No, or is it the beginning of a storyline? Vendetti. This is great.
It's within his storyline.
It's
right?
within
within
a
a
story,
story,
okay.
but if you know your Green
that's
Lantern,
phenomenal.
It's a good jumping on
lore,
point. Yeah.
50s
Yes.
are important issues.
This is-
and
yeah.
there's
Here's what I love.
always
This is
parallax, or usually parallax, or
Yes.
something's happening in a 50.
and this is no different because we've got Hal here, but this is in the past. This is Coast City.
That's the parallax.
It's a
cell,
parallax Hal. You can see with the little gray in his temple and
Yeah.
a little white in his temple, and then there's this great image right here of that same Hal, but when Coast City is like here.
Yeah.
Our universe, our Earth now. What?
Right?
What?
That's pretty amazing.
Is it going to be Lantern versus Lantern? I don't know. It's really good though. It's really good.
I'll be sad if it's not Lantern versus
Yeah,
Lantern.
well,
I mean,
clearly
come
it's
on.
Lantern versus. I mean, yeah, that's awesome.
I think that's what we're paying for with that one, and that
Yeah.
one has a variant cover as well.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Another Batman v Superman inspired cover. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Batman is geared up for war. Let's see, does it say who the artist of that one is on it?
It looks like. Well, I
can't-
want to say.
Let's see if it says. It'll say
Okay.
within. Clark, you don't know offhand?
I don't know. I can't see
here.
from there.
It's Doug. It's Doug Monkey.
Doug Monkey.
Come over
Yeah.
here.
Yep.
Yeah, why are you way on the other side of
Yeah.
the room, Clark?
What if I destroy the comics?
That's your thing.
Is that it? We're keeping you away from him now?
So this cover has Henry Cavill Superman, and then so does Batman that meets the Man from U.N.C.L.E. has Henry Cavill from the Man from U.N.C.L.E. Just kidding. It's Batman 66 meets the Man from U.N.C.L.E. You guys here at DC love Henry Cavill projects, so there's another one. Issue 4.
I mean,
This is great.
that's the Mike Allred cover. Maybe that's how he draws Henry.
Yeah,
Cavill.
exactly.
They're
That's
almost in like
classic.
Allred pose.
Yeah, so
Which
cool.
which of these characters is that person taking aim at?
Yeah, right?
He's not quite targeting
It's a
anyone.
through and through.
Yeah.
Is that what it?
It's a
Doesn't like
bazooka.
this part of Batman's cape.
Yeah.
Well, it's it's the dude's left arm he wants to take out. You know.
Got Swamp Thing issue 3.
Oh my god.
This is great.
have fallen back in love with Swamp Thing under Len and Kelly. It's so good.
Yep.
It's dark and inky, and I keep saying that, but like, yeah.
This is Len doing some great stuff with the Swamp Thing.
Kelly
A
Jones
huge
artwork.
thing happens in this issue. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's massive.
Wait, tell us.
No, I'm not
Come on,
going
tell
to.
us.
You can get it on Wednesday. It's right there.
But can you hint?
I'm
Can
gonna-
you
all right.
speak in?
Here's a hint you will never guess. It has Zatanna in the issue.
Yes. So they go to
You'll never
blank.
get that from the
They go to blank to try and blank, and then at the end, blank blanks blank the new blank. So
What's Zatanna?
I can't. Yeah, comma Swamp Thing.
What's the time? And here's another secret. This issue of Midnighter has Parasite in it.
It does.
Whoa! Spoiler alert! No, he's right there on the cover. That's great. What a great Parasite.
That is a creepy.
I'm used
cover.
to Parasite from like Superman the animated series, who's just like a dude in a purple like cloth suit.
Yeah.
So whenever I see like Parasite in the comic books and new Parasite especially, it's always very disturbing.
Yeah,
but effective.
It's
That's
terrifying. Like,
Oh
yeah.
boy, very cool. Parasite issue 10. Here we go.
Midnighter is that a spoiler if I say that Midnighter is going to show up next week too, but not in the Midnighter book? Yeah, I won't say what it is, but it's going to happen.
Okay, is there a tease to that in this, or is it just like meh?
No.
Okay.
I think if you're in the know, you can see it coming.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, moving on to Vertigo.
Oh
Unfollow.
yeah. Oh yeah. So we've gotten through DC.
Issue 5.
Kind of a light, quiet week this week. It's a small but mighty week on the DC side. And Clark is big on looking at all.
Oh,
the
I like to
Vertigo-
read the cover quotes.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So, from Big Comic Page, chilling, shocking, and utterly compelling, Unfollow is your new favorite series. And I like that they spell favorite with an O-U-R.
And that-
Even if you don't know it yet.
And let's get a look at that cover because that's like as we've been cutting slides for this on the homepage, I'm looking at it. It's pretty
Yeah, let me
awesome.
just
'cause
unlock it real
that's Akira, who is like the probably the most benevolent of all the 140, holding up like a screenshot of a gun. It's just a great cover image. Unfollow is just getting better with each issue, and anyone who's into good sort of suspenseful thrillers, you you got to be reading Unfollow, which is phenomenal.
And if
But
you read
even
it,
more incredibly, like it's a tablet
I know.
within a phone,
I know.
within a like
Yeah.
it's, who are you talking to? What?
Yeah.
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 if somebody reads this on a tablet, I hope that they it becomes very meta.
Yeah.
All right, and then the Sheriff of Babylon.
Sheriff of Babylon. I
Issue
could
4.
talk. I could talk for an hour just about why you need to be reading Sheriff of
Yeah.
Babylon, and I think Clark can as well because he's also a big fan of Tom King.
I sure am. All right, graphic policy. Another fantastic depiction of violence as an aspect of business rather than an atrocity of life.
Mhm.
Dot, dot, dot.
Yeah. No.
Do I
Sheriff.
say dot, dot, dot or ellipses? Which is better?
I
In a
like-
quote.
I like the dot, dot, dot.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a little beautiful part in the beginning of this that is a story that they're telling, and I really like the art in this. It's really, really good. And then the art in the rest of the book is gorgeous as well too. So
Brendan
this
is
is
in
great.
and he says hi.
Oh,
Hey,
he's
that's
in.
Brendan.
Hey,
And
Brendan.
by the way, guys, if it'll help you pick up Sheriff of Babylon, all you guys who just want superheroes, look, Batman and Superman are
Boom.
in Sheriff of Babylon. See, they're
yes,
in there.
in an advertisement.
We don't have
Yes.
to specify that. Just say this issue includes Batman and Superman. Guest starring Batman and Superman.
But what I love that Vertigo does is I love my superheroes, I love my comics, but Vertigo, and particularly Sheriff of Babylon, is a great example of a comic book that educates and it teaches you about other people's perspective.
Yeah.
And that's why I like to read books like that.
Yeah.
Because you can, that's what comics should do. And lastly, Survivors Club.
Ed
issue
Brubaker
6.
says Lauren Bucas is one of the most amazing writers working.
Whoa, Ed Brubaker's a pretty big deal, guys.
He's a huge deal.
He's a pretty big deal. Yeah,
that's
very
pretty.
cool.
That's pretty high praise from Ed.
And I love the cover. Bugs frighten me.
There's some creepy stuff in this issue. I
Right,
was just
so the
looking-
Joker with all the bats flying out of his head, or his face is like
Yeah.
half covered by bats,
Woo.
is super creepy.
No, there's some-
The Magicians, if you're watching The Magicians, that the Beast has all of the bugs all over his face, super creepy, don't like it,
Great.
can't
Yeah.
watch it. I mean, I'm watching it.
The Magicians
but
is
can't watch
great.
it.
Magicians is awesome. But but there is. Hang on.
Okay.
I'm gonna for people who have been watching this late. I'm gonna spoil something. Here, I'm putting down my. Where is it?
Uh-oh. This
Oh, no,
is
no,
going to
not
be
that.
good.
Not
This is going
that.
to be good.
Where is it? It freaked me. There's just so much weird stuff. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I have no idea what's going on in there, but holy crap.
Don't talk with your mouth full, am I right, guys? Whoa.
That's why they say not to.
Survivors Club,
Survivors
issue
Club.
6.
Survivors Club is just you like horror, you got to be reading Survivors Club. You like thrillers and suspense, you got to be reading Unfollow. You like thought-provoking crime dramas set in the real world of today.
Yes.
Sheriff of Babylon. Some really, really, really good stuff coming from Vertigo. And some good stuff this week from DC, including Batgirl, co-written by Mr. Brendan Fletcher. Who
We gotta get trades into these books, because
Yeah.
Black Canary's on shelves this week, too.
Ooh.
And that trade's not in our box.
Yeah. Trade collection of Black Canary. There's going to be some cool Black Canary stuff happening on the digital space, I hear, but that's all I'm going to say about that. Right.
Cool.
Oh, can we spoil it?
We can spoil it.
Can we spoil it?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, how many people are listening right now?
62 people.
62 people are going to know about it?
Brendan's listening. He can comment.
Do we say www?
Sure.
Really?
What?
Oh, look at what someone went and grabbed.
cool.
This is the advantage of having a bunch of people in this room. Is
Yeah.
people are grabbing things left and right. Right. Black Canary Volume 1. So this is in stores this week.
It
look
is.
at that.
In
It's
shops?
comic book shops this
Yeah.
week, in bookstores next.
Next week.
A
So-
Paste Magazine Best Comic of the Year.
And it's we've been talking about this in these unboxings
so
since we've been
cool.
doing them. How much we love this book. Last issue of that storyline has some of the most innovative artwork I've seen in a comic book basically all year. And drawn by the amazing Annie Wu, written by
colors.
the awesome Brendan
Yeah.
Fletcher.
The colors, you guys.
Lilo Ridge is
Lilo
on
Ridge on
color.
colors,
Annie
So gorgeous.
picks up the color and makes sure it's right. If it's in register and she wants it out of register, she just slips a little bit so that.
Look at that Looney Tunes Mary
it
cover
looks
at the
right
back.
for her.
That's so great.
Yeah.
Annie Wu is just amazing. I want to live in her world, like her visual world. I want to walk into that comic and hang out there.
Yeah. Art in the back. This is fantastic. So cool.
So I'm sure. Are there other trades out this week? I'm sure there are, but we like Black Canary, and since we don't unbox trades, we get to pick and choose which ones we show on the
Yeah.
Periscope. So, Looks like Pierre Aguera. I'm sorry,
Pia.
Pia Guerra.
Pia Guerra.
I'm botching her name. Sorry, Brendan. Is the one who drew that Looney Tunes cover, Hector.
Oh, so cool. That's great.
So that all right. So there we have it. These are our books
Guys,
this
I
week.
gotta mention this.
Huh?
The gang gets in the mystery machine, and Flash gets behind him and pushes him across the ocean. Come on, come on, that's amazing. They go to Gorilla City. Oh, it's the best. That's great.
All right, so I think that might be Hector's pick for the week.
It's gonna be my
It's
pick.
Scooby-Doo team
No
up.
joke, it's Scooby Doo team up. I like comics that are fun too. That's great.
Yeah, I got to give it up for Mega Man and Batgirl, also Midnighter, and Sheriff of Babylon. I think.
Cool.
And I'm
And you can't go
followed.
wrong with Swamp Thing. Len
Yeah.
Ween, I think.
I always get it wrong.
Ween, yeah.
Is doing something special with Swamp Thing.
All right, guys, is that it? Are we
That's
done
it.
for it?
Thanks
Bye.
for tuning
We'll
in.
see you in another week.
Bye.
Hector's reading.
Like, not me. I'm getting out of this speed buggy. That's what Shaggy